Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriki and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, rising cancer cases. Hearing loss amongst children high. And FMPF reiterates free medical services.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The Fiji Cancer Society has registered 90 new cases of cancer in the last 2 months alone. These cases vary from different age groups, with revelations that colorectal cancer is now on the rise. Kelly Vadala has more.
More cases continue to be recorded, and the Fiji Cancer Society says this is a concern as most people are still taking this issue lightly.
We've seen a good cross-section of both the young and the older, but yes, definitely an increase from last year's figures. The breast cancers as well as the prostate cancer. We also have those that are colorectal cancer.
Program Manager Josephine Oyagawa says anyone diagnosed with cancer can still live a healthy life with the right medication and help.
We have those that don't even know where to go to when they find out that they think that they have a cancer, or yes, we have those that are scared to even come out and get tested because of the fear of the stigma of cancer that's currently in Fiji.
Breast cancer survivor Asena Senimoli says many Fijians diagnosed with cancer consider the hospital as their last option for treatment.
They want to use other things than to come to the hospital for checkup. And it is like a norm to everyone. And if they feel that there are things that are abnormal in their lives, the hospital will be the last place for them to come in.
Early detection of cancer greatly increases the chances for successful treatment. Some early signs of cancer include lumps, sores that fail to heal, abnormal bleeding, persistent indigestion and chronic hoarseness. Kalibadala, FBC News.
70% of cases attended by the Ministry of Health relating to hearing impairment directly involves children. The ministry says these include children from as young as a 3-month-old baby to a 15-year-old student. Catherine Krishna reports.
The Health Ministry is calling on parents, guardians and even teachers to monitor their children in light of hearing impairment issues.
Teacher said, your baby not pay attention to my lecture, or your baby just increase the volume the radio, the volume the TV. If your baby call but doesn't respond, we should suspicious this is the problem or evidence of the hearing impairment, or something the problem the ear disease.
Dr. Chung Oh says parents also need to take their children to health centers for regular checkups or as soon as their child complains of ear pain.
If there are something the ear discharge coming out, ear pain, just they want to stay their home. This is a big problem. If you have any problem here, please visit your health center.
Frank Hilton, organization specialist in hearing aid and ear care, Sevenaya Ratumai Tavuki says they're closely working with special schools around the country in this regard.
Targeting school children because we want to detect school children who have hearing losses. Because if kids are detected earlier and then we find out that they have hearing loss, we can fit them with hearing aid.
Meanwhile, a World Hearing Day organized by the Frank Hilton organization was celebrated in Suva yesterday, seeing over hundreds of people turning up to get screened. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Speculations that Fijians will pay for medical services under the Public-Private Partnership Program is completely false. This has been reiterated by the Fiji National Provident Fund, who owns the majority of shares at Healthcare Fiji Limited, adding they will continue to provide free medical services to Fijians under the program. Ali Gimbia reports the FMPF will take over the operations of the new Ba Hospital.
The new Mba Hospital is expected to be opened soon and the FNPF has confirmed there will be no additional charges to services provided.
It's free to the public. The government pays. So really, public, as far as they're concerned, continues to come and be served with a different management, hopefully with a better management, but it's still free to the members of the public.
Under the Public-Private Partnership Program, the Healthcare Fiji Limited signed an agreement with the government to develop, equip and operate Tamba and Lautoka hospitals. FNPF's General Manager Alipati Wangairawai says the new hospital will provide quality competition with various medical services.
Provide the relevant services, so we will build competencies and skills within our local professionals, medical professionals.
Healthcare Fiji is currently undertaking their last scope of work at Timba Hospital and will give an indication as to when it opens.
At the moment we still haven't proceeded to the next phase, which is really the observation period for us to observe the operation or work with the team for 3 months before we formally take over those operations.
The Healthcare Fiji Limited is 80% owned by the FNPF and 20% owned by Aspen Medical of Australia. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Former Fiji Sevens player Aminoni Nasilasila, who is charged with rape, appeared today at the Lautoka High Court. The prosecution requested for 7 more days to file information and serve it to the Defence Counsel. The judge has granted the application. Nasilasila will reappear on the 20th of this month. The 26-year-old is alleged to have raped a 24-year-old woman in Olosara, Singatoka on December 22nd. Bail has also been extended. The defence in Kamlesh Arya's case today told the court that they will be engaging a new Queen's Counsel. The new Queen's Counsel is Gregory Woods and will be assisted by Vijay Maharaj. Arya is charged with 1 count of abuse of office and 1 count of general dishonesty, causing a loss by the Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption. It is alleged that Arya authorised loans amounting to $116,500 from the free education grant provided by the Education Ministry to the primary school between January to December 2014. At that time, he was the acting school manager for Bawani Dial Memorial Primary School in Nakasi. The matter has been adjourned to March 27th for pre-trial conference. The trial will be held from April 15th to the 30th. Still to come, training of litter prevention officers underway. An adoption bill consultation moves north. Details after the break.
Nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Hoya uvasit sai sa ilambasa, ya ndo talita ina warong nambula FM nambandua ya nasere.
Guya Dr. Meli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warong nambula FM, nambandua ya nasere.
Na vengo fane na tau ne ngo singa toka kita ndo talita kana Bula FM namba 2 na sere.
Bula FM namba 2 na sere.
In an effort to combat the growing litter problem in the country, the Ministry of Waterways and Environment is now training litter prevention officers. Minister responsible, Dr. Mahendra Reddy, says their aim is to train 500 officers in various divisions. Pranita Prakash reports.
The Environment Minister says the current littering problem requires a coordinated effort amongst all relevant stakeholders.
This training is timely as it has come at a time when waste issues have taken center stage. It is dominating discussions at all levels in all sectors of government, including private sector.
Dr. Mahendra Reddy says they want to have certified officers on the ground to enforce the Litter Act, an amended Drainage Act which allows for penalties to be imposed on those who litter.
At the end of the training today, they will be formally given the certificate of being also litter prevention officers. So with that certificate, they will be empowered to issue out infringement notice.
Earlier this year, the ministry had launched a clean environment policy aimed at making Fiji clean up.
We didn't want the policy to just stay as a document. We wanted that document to become a document with life, a document with action. So today is just one of those features of a living document.
The Litter Act 2008 prescribes penalties for littering for various offences and includes littering from a vehicle, failing to safeguard traffic and remove litter, and abandoning dangerous litter. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Women need to take more leadership roles in all areas, including both at work and at home. During the Fiji Institute of Accountants Women in Leadership inaugural event today, the Minister for Trade emphasised that women should not only celebrate other women's achievements, but also have a support system. Anna Ravula reports.
Women taking leadership roles in various organisations is starting to show, calling for celebration.
And I personally believe we must celebrate the fact that there is realization that there is gender disparity. And every effort is being made by all stakeholders to promote women as leaders. And it is seen through various government policies, private sector initiatives, and civil society action. So everyone is working towards that.
The minister says it's positive to see an increase in women's participation in the Fiji Institute of Accounts Financial Board.
I'm pleased to inform you that the number has increased to 38%. This is a growth of approximately 1% per annum over the past 24 years. Slowly but surely, women participation has increased, which is why it is important to celebrate women in leadership.
FIA recognizes the need for more women in leadership in all fields. The FIA Women in Leadership series will focus on identifying issues facing women's advancement in accounting, finance and leadership roles.
This week is extra special for women as organisations will celebrate International Women's Day on Friday. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Public consultation on the adoption bill will begin this week from Wednesday in the Northern Division. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Justice, Law and Human Rights today held closed-door submissions and deliberations from UNICEF and the Ethiopian Lands Commission. The adoption bill aims to update the current 1944 Act as well as strengthen the legal safeguards in place for adoption. The bill focuses, among other things, on the protection of children adopted internationally against abuse and human trafficking. Committee Chair Alvik Maharaj says there was a good response from consultations in the West last week, with around 25 submissions received. Tomorrow, he says, they head to the north.
And we'll start in Wainikoro. So Wednesday is basically in the morning it's Wainikoro, in afternoon it's Daku. And then Thursday we'll start in Lambasa, travel to Senganga during midday sometime. And at around 3 p.m. it's in Savu. Friday we are covering Reketi in the morning and Bua at around 3 p.m. and Saturday it's Namwalu.
The emotional cost of mental illness entering a family can be high and family members can be deeply affected. The Fiji Alliance for Mental Health says mental illness can affect a person's daily life, relationships and even physical health. Kelly Vadala reports.
Mental health includes our emotional, psychological and social well-being. It also affects how we think, feel and act.
If someone is attempting or completing suicide every 36 hours, as is the case in Fiji, then surely something is wrong. We need to address the issue. We need to make people understand that there are services available. Mental health is not a joke. You know, in our society, in our Pacific culture, we tend to make fun of mental health.
Mental health specialist Dr. Sitiveni Yonutawa says support from the family and the community is very important when someone is suffering from mental health illness.
We go back to the family, the basic unit. We need to get our things right. You know, we get the priority rights, especially with our family values, and then we push it through to schools.
FAMH Secretary Thelma Nabukovo is calling on the public to look out for extreme mood changes. Withdrawal from the public and sleeping problems can be some signs of mental health.
Please look after yourselves, all right? Mental health is not just about, you know, reading a piece of paper and saying, oh, okay, this is mental health. No, it's about you getting enough rest. It's about good food. It's about having good friends around you.
Mental health can cover a broad range of disorders, but the common characteristic is that they all affect a person's personality, thought processes, or social interactions. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
The longest-serving principal of St. Joseph's Secondary School, late Sister Genevieve Liu, was laid to rest in Suva today. Speaking at the church service at the Sacred Heart Cathedral this morning, Archbishop Father Peter Loy Chong says she will be missed. He adds the absence of her acts of kindness and willingness to help others will also be felt. Late Sister Liu passed away at the age of 78, having served most of her years providing service to her church family. She was laid to rest at Lovonilase. Coming up in sports later with Jamie, Fijians shine in top 14 matches this morning, but first, Kelly is here now with business.
Good evening, and coming up after the break. Mixed results in domestic sectoral performances. And in growing Fiji, Minister concerned about desalination plant. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Leading business tonight, the domestic sectoral performances in January were mixed, says the Reserve Bank in its latest economic review. Visitor arrivals noted an annual growth of 1.9% in January, driven by higher tourist numbers from New Zealand, Japan, China, Canada, US, and Hong Kong. The RBF says similarly, electricity production grew on an annual basis by 3.3%, of which 69.4% was sourced from renewable energy stations. Unfavorable weather conditions and accessibility issues affected the timber industry outcomes in the first month of the year. It says production of sawn timber increased while pine log and wood chip production fell. Gold production was also affected in January and noted a substantial decline of 33.3%. We now join Sharon with the latest from the money market.
Let's look at trading on the South Pacific Stock Exchange for last week. 7 of the listed stocks recorded market activities, with some noting share price changes. Fiji Television shares increased by 8 cents and ended the week at a share price of $2.38. Kinetic Growth Fund shares also improved by 8 cents to close at $1.12. Vision Investment shares rose by 1 cent to end the week at $4.37. Fijian Holding shares ended the week at $1.65, noting a 15 cents rise. And BSP convertible notes were up 93 cents, trading at $14. Following these changes, the overall market capitalization increased by 1.56% and ended the week at $3.35 billion. And that's all the latest from our local stock market. Vinaka.
A mixed day for the Fiji dollar. The Fijian dollar showed gains against the Chinese yuan, the US greenback, the PNG kina and the Japanese yen today. However, it slipped slightly against the Kiwi and Aussie dollars and the euro. Taking a look at the commodities market, decline was recorded across the board. Oil prices dropped, closing at $56.07 per barrel. Gold dropped at $1,294 an ounce, and silver closed at $15.22 an ounce. In growing Fiji, Infrastructure Minister Chonu Samate is hoping the Water Authority will come up with a solution to prevent dust from entering the desalination plant in Navada, the southern end of Taveuni Island. During his tour of the plant, Samate noticed this is one of the major difficulties faced by WEF in the area.
The minister says another obstacle for this part of Taveuni is the cost of water cutting. He says people here have to use diesel generators to generate electricity to cut water. Usamate says this is also tied in with the overall plan that they have to make Taveuni totally renewable. The ministry has the Energy Fiji Limited's hydro plant and the solar energy farm coming in, which will be able to meet the electricity needs and lower the cost of operating and desalination plant. And that's a wrap from the business desk for tonight. Jamie joins you now with all the very latest in sports.
Thanks and good evening in sports tonight. Fiji finishes 6th at Las Vegas Sevens. And USA finally gets a title win. This and more after the break.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Kritika from Jackson Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Fiji Airways men's sevens team finished 6th at the Las Vegas tournament after going down to England 19-15 in the 5th place final. This is the side's lowest tournament finish this season, following 2 cup titles and a 4th place finish in Sydney. Vashnil Prasad reports.
It was the 5th place final and the Fiji Sevens team looked to at least achieve something after an early exit from the cup quarterfinal. But the English side made a firing start. Fiji took control of the match and it was none other than Jerry Tuai who managed to get the first try.
Tuai, lay it down, new shooter coming out and he is hot.
Again Tuai broke through and Alessio Nanduva put Fiji ahead.
Tuai giving it off and around the corner goes Nanduva.
Terio Tamani extended the lead in the second spell. England was more desperate than the Fijians as they scored a winning try in the dying minutes. Next stop for the Fiji Sevens team is in Vancouver and they need to do a lot of soul searching if they are to win the series title this season. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The USA Sevens side has defended its Las Vegas title in style, thumping Samoa 27-0 in the cup final. The Eagles were on fire right from kickoff, piling 5 tries over the Samoans. Vashnil Prasad reports.
It was USA's 5th final in a row and they were still in a hunt for their first title this season. Up against them was Samoa, reaching its first ever final after 2 years. USA made a bullet start and led 10-0 at halftime.
I mean, if we're going to win one of them, the one at home was the one we always wanted, so it feels so good. Particularly having missed out on it last year. I was up in the box and now to be here on the field, it feels pretty good.
This time nothing was able to stop the Eagles as they looked focused at home.
The muscle man from San Fran pops it.
It's amazing. This is the exact moment we wanted. We had it last year and we didn't want anything more to just be right back here surrounded by everyone storming the field. It's a great feeling.
USA speedster Kalingal says their victory stemmed from teamwork.
I got a job to do and I just want to do my job for my teammates and it paid off.
The Mike Fradeco side has become the only second team to appear in 5 straight finals apart from South Africa 2 seasons ago. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Fiji earlier defeated South Africa 14 points to 12 in the 5th place semi-final with tries from Joshua Vakurunambili and Kalione Nasoko.
Nanduva, a rare start for Alessio Nanduva, the captain. Nasoko squeezes it out the side, and now Vakurunambili over Tuai. Tuai beats one, Tuai gets it away for Kalione Nasoko, going himself. Tuai over the top, Tuai gets a hand on, Tuai wins it!
The USA Sevens side defeated a strong New Zealand team 24-19 in a thrilling semi-final. US speedster Carla Niles was the star of the match, scoring a hat-trick, including the winner at the stroke of full time.
To Nashu, Baker, sets up a run down the left-hand side for Sione Molia. Across for Kurt Baker. Across for Thomas Senua. Here we go. Isles, Carlin Isles! Rocket fuel in the tank. Isles has it play, and it is absolute perfection from Tim Mickelson. They keep it tight for the moment. Guess who? Guess who it is?
Fiji is pooled with Samoa, Kenya, and host Canada in Pool B at the Vancouver tournament next weekend. World Rugby Series leaders and Las Vegas Sevens champions USA is joined by South Africa, Wales, and Chile in Pool A. New Zealand heads Pool C with Australia, Spain, and France, while Argentina takes charge of Pool D with England, Scotland, and Japan. The Vancouver Sevens will begin on Sunday. The Fiji Sevens side remains in third place on the World Rugby Series standings after 5 tournaments with 84 points. England sits in fourth place with 68. The USA, which has played in all 5 finals this season, extends its lead on top of the table to 98 points, while New Zealand is in second place with 93. Fiji will need to dig deep in the next few tournaments to remain in contention for the series title this season. The Fiji football side will be going into camp this week to prepare for their match against New Caledonia and Mauritius this month. Fiji football captain Roy Krishna will miss Fiji's first friendly match against New Caledonia due to club commitments, but is set to feature in the match against Mauritius. Coach Christophe Gamel says preliminary preparations are looking good, but he's had to make some adjustments due to injuries.
I have faced some problem because some player get injured the last couple of days, so I needed to change the plan at the last moment. But it's good because it will be a big challenge for us as they come with all the professional players for New Caledonia and also for Mauritius.
The Fiji Special Olympics team was farewell today ahead of their departure tomorrow for the World Summer Special Olympics in Abu Dhabi. 21 athletes competing in 5 sports will represent Fiji at the Games, which starts next Thursday. Special Olympics Fiji Chair Bishwa Sidal says there is no pressure on the athletes to win medals, but their hope is they make the most of the experience.
When we were given opportunity to send athletes in the 5 sports, we said this is a good opportunity to involve athletes, families, and the people of various districts. I'm sure when we'll come back, they could be good ambassadors.
Flying Fijians winger Joshua Tuisova scored in Toulon's win over Perpignan in the top 14 this morning. The result placing Toulon 10th on the points table with 37 points. Koroi Tandolala with more from the top 14.
Joshua Tuisova crossed the whitewash, scoring 1 of 2 tries for Toulon to lead Perpignan 17-8 at halftime. Toulon extended their lead with 7 points in the second half to win its game 24-11. In another match, Fijian winger Nemani Nandolo scored a try for Montpellier to beat Bodo Begle 37-10. Meanwhile, Toulouse is leading the top 14 table standings with 67 points, Clermont in second with 61 points, and Lyon follows with 52 points. Koroi Tandolala, FBC Sports.
In today's Play of the Day, the Samoa Sevens team qualified for a World Series final for the first time in 2 years with a big win over Argentina and some interesting try celebrations.
Just one, Samoa! Matsonga! Pour me another drink, Las Vegas! It's a party for Samoa! Alamanda Matsonga and his whole team come through. Get the camera out, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it from sports tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather, and in new media, check out a new screen protector that allows you to view 3D content. Details after the break.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से। जैसे फ्रेंडी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फिजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Tonight's new media features HoloScreen, a screen protector that makes any phone display 3D. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope your day was great, just like our weather, less humid and more coolness. We also had some showers in the eastern side and it's most likely to surround us later in the evening. Now taking a look in the west, quite mild, the sun was glowing, a very beautiful day here. Eastwards from Pekhabarasuva, it was a bit gloomy with light showers today, but afterwards it went partly fine. And up north, another amazing day was witnessed here. At sea, easterly winds 25 to 30 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide at 10:59 p.m. and high tide at 5:20 a.m. Sunrise at 6:06. For tomorrow, little showers here and there, but otherwise it will be semi-clear. Tomorrow's temps, all centers will be hitting the lower 30-degree range. And looking further on to Wednesday, we're most likely to have light showers. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji on Pulse tonight, we asked, were you happy with Fiji's overall performance at the Las Vegas Sevens?
Well, they are good, and on top of that, they are our team. Whether they lose or win, we still need to support them.
They played well, but they need big support, especially the muscle or the break.
It was a well-played game, even though they lost. I'm still Team Fiji fan.
Even though they've lost on the last time, so they can do better on the next one.
I think they've tried their best, and they just need some support from us, Fiji.
I am really happy about their performance. I want to thank them. Despite taking on big teams, they gave their all. We should all thank them. That is what they can achieve. We should be happy and always support them no matter what. I'm happy with their performance. Despite them losing, I know they will bounce back.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, rising cancer cases, hearing loss amongst children high, and FMPF reiterates free medical services. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, last week we had asked, do you think there should be more suicide prevention services available in the country? 52% said yes. This week we're asking, were you happy with Fiji's performance at the Las Vegas Sevens? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day sent in by Panapasa Danginitomba of Waiavi Lautoka. This image shows Vaileka town in Rakiraki on a cloudy day. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
Bula, nevang go malakai leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai lambasa, ya untuk talita ina warong ng Bula FM nambang dua na sere.
Gue do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere nawaluan.
Nevang go fani na tao no singa toka, kita untuk talita ka ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.